We run a nature program, so nature pedagogy is very big on our list, and there's a lot of benefits to nature play.
But we also, I guess, with our environment, we are lucky here. We have the fortunate that we have all of this to explore. So we do have our indoor and outdoor program and our beyond program. So we take the opportunity every week to take some of the children out and explore what Mayfield has. So, you know, we have the dams, the rivers, the hay sheds. So there's many questions and many opportunities for us to extend their learning. And then they bring that back into the cottage and share that with the children that are here and with the educators that remain. So there's all that wonderful learning that we can do in this environment. And we have the chickens roam, you know, around us. And we raised some chickens, which was interesting, and they could fit through our fence. So as they were growing, they would come back into our backyard, and the children would curl up where their cage was. That's where they would come in and sleep. So that was a lovely continuation of our hatching program that we had here, that the children have actually seen them continue growing, and they still see them every day walking around. So we are very lucky here that we have this wonderful nature around us for us to explore.
And the kindy kids at Springfield absolutely love their outings coming out.
We're excited when we see the bus come. There's people
the
here
kids
to
love
say
the
hello.
bus, and they love everything about it. On the trip out here, we're talking about so many things. Like last week when we came through, an ambulance went past, and then a fire truck went past, and then we got onto different police officers and what their roles were, and that it just goes so beyond just a childcare setting. Like it's real life things for the children all the time. And so then when we came out here, a small group from Springfield comes out here each week, and so they get to experience the hay shed and the river and the dams and the fish and the cows, and the whole trip home they took 1,000 miles an hour, and then relay that to their parents, which again is building that literacy and communication. And then when we got back, we have this beautiful boy in our centre who has been struggling socially, and he got back and all of his mates all the friends came around to talk to him about all the things he'd done out at Mayfield that day, and it really helped set him up to then be able to approach other children. So it was so much more emotionally and socially beneficial than just going to a farm for the day. Like it really had value for that child, and the parents have seen the value in that child, and all the carers have, and now he's growing like it's just amazing to see him turn up each day and go in and talk about his farm experience with his mates. So something you just wouldn't get in a regular story time. Like it's just beyond anybody's expectations. And they're so happy. The kids are just so happy with all of it.
I agree. Just last week when we came out, so the hay shed, the swing in the hay shed, so children are working their gross motor muscles, which they don't know, and then we're going down to the river. They're finding all these rocks with patterns in, and we were looking at patterns at nature last week, so they've got that. Go down to the river, we were catching fish. Fish got tipped out, so there was a big discussion on what fish need to survive. So there's so many learning opportunities just in the everyday.
And it's also our environments at the centres, at the farm at Mayfield, that are calculated risk. Like they're climbing across logs, which is using so many different muscles, and as they're climbing across that log, they're using their left and right brain to be able to form that balance. And though it's just like crawling, we have to go through those crawling stages to be able to stimulate the left and right brain. When they're climbing across an uneven log, that same process is happening, and it's just developing it stronger to make better learners as they get older. So it's all those kind of calculated climbing, jumping. We've got a crash pad at Springfield where they jump off things onto it, but it's knowing what their limits are and being able to keep themselves safe, which again is useful for everybody. Like,
sure, risk-taking is a big part of our philosophy there. Having an environment that is safe for them to explore, have risk-taking opportunities, but the children know their boundaries. They know within themselves that climbing up the tree, this is where I feel safe, so this is as far as I'll go. So it's really great.
Or then feeling the moss on the tree or the rain on the tree, and we can't go as high today because of this, and they're telling us that. It's not us telling them that. They're saying, oh, it's slippery today, we can only go this far. And that's that calculated risk, which I think more adults should have had as kids, personally.
And also just them having the time
Yeah.
to be able to find that out for themselves
Yeah, definitely.
is very important.